Warning! This video contains heavy spoilers for the Endwalker expansion.
Hey, it's Jali. Dawn Trail is just around the corner, and Endwalker is on the way out as current content. Sure, we'll still come back to visit old Shargle-Bargle, but many of us are on to a new X-Pack with new adventures.
Now, before we head into Tyrol, the New World, we're going to take a look at what we loved about Endwalker.
I guess I'll get started then. Let's think about our favorite part of the story. Mine was that scene from Ultima Thule where Emmett and Hythlodaeus show back up during our final confrontation with Medion. This scene hits hard on its own, but I always go a little bit nuts when an X-Pack drops, and I don't sleep for about 80 hours. So the first time I saw this scene, it was about 5 a.m., 2 days after launch. I was sleep deprived, and I'd spent the previous 2 hours getting my heart ripped from my chest by the story itself. When Emmett did that final snap, I broke down crying, with the biggest smile on my face.
My favorite part is threefold. Finally seeing the beast tribes working together with everyone, ultimately leading to the final primal revel. I also love the final fight against Xenos and the first interactions with Medion before she went dark. The whole idea of having a character who's misunderstood hits different, since I and Gio can relate to that.
Now, my favorite part of the story is when we see the Loperates for the very first time, where they just start pouring out of their sleeping pods and line up like a bunch of stormtroopers in front of Lord Vader. Especially the part with Thancred's shocked face while he's completely dumbstruck at what he just witnessed. With one side shout out to my boy Puddingway.
Puddingway is our way, and I'm with Tesh. My favorite part was Hythlodaeus and Emmett joining us when we confronted the depressed bird. What got me about that part was when Hythlodaeus was talking about the magic of creation, and then Emmett telling Medion, "You don't get to write our story." Then he gave you this glimpse of a hopeful and adventure-filled future. It was a really powerful part of the story, and I loved it. But what about our favorite zones? For me, it's Thavnair. I love that place. We've heard talk of Thavnair, but we never got to see it until Endwalker. And it's got these beautiful, rich colors, new cultures to be introduced to, and the city of Radzat-Han is awesome, especially because the beat never stops dropping.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And not just for Emmett Selk dancing to that beat. I love the vibrant colors, and damn if Thavnair isn't vibrant and colorful in both land and people, especially Nidana. Best waifu in Endwalker is Arcasador waifu.
Elpis was hands down my favorite zone. First, we got to hang out with the best triad ever. Yes, I ship it.
Me too.
Yes.
No question, that's a spaceship?
Read the script and forget that happened.
Second, I love the whole ending of Elpis, from this beautiful zone to Venat covered in blood and cursed by knowing what she has to do, and watching Elpis and the Asians' home deteriorate into the Amarat we know. 10 out of 10.
Now, my favorite zone had to be Labyrinthos, and of course my copyrighted term, Old Shargle-Bargle. The idea of a massive underground structure made to resemble the above ground is an aesthetic that I absolutely love. Now, what about music? Endwalker had a ton of great music. Honestly, absolute jams. Like, high five to Soken for this. Now, mine is a tie between Smileton's theme and the Loperate Club Rave music in their Tribal Quest area.
Maybe I'm boring, but the title track, Endwalker, is my favorite. Mostly because it plays during that final confrontation with Xenos. The whole thing surrounding it was sweet, and it was a nice accompaniment to Xenos getting the ending he wanted.
Not that he deserved it.
Mine was close to the end of the MSQ, the first part at least. It is with Hearts Aligned. It's my favorite piece. It's such a really good song of hope, and I love the mix of rock-style vocals with a classical voice. Plus, that fight was so intense, and the music with it, perfect.
Mine is similar to Tesh's. I love the instrumental version of Footfalls. I imagine you guys had a favorite dungeon. Mine was Katissa's Hyper Bargle, but with Trust's
You owe me some money.
Had to enjoy an adventure with our favorite trio ship of Asians.
Spaceship.
Oh, mine is Katis hands down when doing it with the trusts. In general, I have a soft spot for the Belcourt of Troya.
That does not surprise anybody. You know that? For me, Katesis was my favorite just because of the trust. But as far as the actual dungeon goes, I really liked Elzadal's Legacy. It had those same beautiful colors as Thavnair, the cool aquarium underwater part, and the boss fights were a lot of fun, especially the crazy mirror laser boss.
Oh, damn, the laser boss. You know, that's a good one, but mine, hands down, is gonna have to be Smileton. I love the aesthetic. I love the lore of the absolute janky lomperate mess that they made because Heidelin left them with almost zero instructions about how to save the people of Aetheris and about the people of Aetheris themselves. It's just completely fucking up all the stuff they made. Seriously, I would not be surprised if there was a lomperate named Escherway who designed that place. Smileton was supposed to be the living space for the people, but it turned into an unlivable art piece filled with very confused, very angry robots.
All right, so what about trials? There were some very good and very challenging trials in Endwalker. My favorite, though, it was the End Singer. Yeah, my favorite piece of music is included in there, but there was this massive story climax happening all at once with this really great transition, and I thought it had some pretty challenging mechanics. Now, of course, these days, most of us know the mechanics, but at the beginning, that was rough. And it had the same epic feel Hades did in Shadowbringers, and I don't know, you just really felt like I'm trying to save everything right now.
Mine was the Mother Crystal with the duty support. It's an awesome culmination. At the beginning of Endwalker, I wanted to knock Heidelin senseless. By the end of it, I wanted to walk up to Vana and give her a hug while telling her that I'd see it through to the end.
My favorite trial? Honestly, most of the trials in Endwalker weren't all that fun or interesting for me. Like, it felt like it was knocking out stuff I'd already done before. Now, it wasn't until we got the trial fight at the end of the Manderville questline that I got a fight that I really enjoyed. The fight against Osiro was just fun with this unique double mechanic that I could vibe with.
My favorite trial was Zodiark. It might be the biggest pain in the ass of any trial, but oh my god, that was a fight worthy of the hype surrounding it. Plus, I once got to LB3 twice as a healer in the same fight, and I was riding that high for days.
Fuck the Barbaricha fight. I hate that fight.
I mean, I LB3'd on that one too. But there's nothing like dropping a group-saving healer LB3. I remember my first one. It was in Stormblood on Shinryu. In fact, Tesh was there.
Man, hard to believe it's time for a new expansion already.
Yeah, but we're on to Dawn Trail now. We're gonna see you all in the new world.
Not quite.
What are we missing?
The truly best part of Endwalker?
Which was?
Getting to play it with all of you guys.
Man, you're right.
We're actually serious this time, though. No joking right now.
Yeah, no joking. We're all really glad that we got to enjoy the game together as friends.
A game like this is best played with friends.
From our group to yours,
We'll see you off in Tyrol.
Oh man, I am so looking forward to leveling Sage first.
Wait, I was doing Astro first. I thought you were going Reaper.
No. Healer head start, duh.
But wait, I was gonna be on my Scholar.
oh, look at me. I don't heal. I'm a DPS main.
You could at least tank.
Oh my god.
Tesh, you're always healing at the beginning of every X-Pack. I never get a chance to
I get my
play
Scholar
healer
Super
first.
Saiyan mode, okay?
Oh
what else
my
am I
God.
supposed to play?
We
Oh my
can't
god.
all
Is that
play
so
healer.
wrong?
Why does
Why
every
does
other
this have to
gaming
happen
group have
every
nothing but
Sage
DPS
doesn't
and
have
we
a
can't
combo
find
line.
anyone but
Every
healers?
time.
Somebody just get Mountain to tank.
I'll get the leash.